Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful summer so far. This is our June update for community advocates and chapter leaders. I have some upcoming events to make you aware of, some event opportunities for chapter leaders that I'll talk about at the end, and also I wanted to give you all some details about my upcoming maternity leave. So first, let's start with upcoming KSHF events that you should be aware of and to share with your groups and your contacts. So first, last month in May, we've been doing these monthly virtual events called Arming and Activating Through Education. And in May, our event was how to be a health freedom advocate for public school children. We had a lot of difficulties moving to the new live stream platform. We weren't able to get a couple of our guests on. And so we're going to try and reschedule that for July. And you can be looking for whatever that date is in an upcoming member email and on our social media pages. So this event is really important to tell your group about, especially if you have parents who have kids in the public school system, because we're going to be talking about some informed consent issues, how to register your child for school, what to look out for on certain forms, how to submit vaccine exemptions, and we will also be launching part 2 of our back to school campaign. So I will talk about that next. If you're a community advocate, this is just something you can make your group aware of and encourage them to be talking about this or sharing our social media posts about this with parents that they know that have kids in school. And if you want cards, I'm happy to mail those to you as well if you want to hand them out yourself. But specifically for chapter leaders, this is an opportunity for you to have a meeting and to get these no shots, no school, not true cards handed out to people in your group and then in your community. So just to explain a little bit, part 1, if you remember, of our back to school campaign focuses on schools and the communications that they send out to parents. And this part 2 is really focused more on the parents themselves and informing them that Kansas does have vaccine exemptions and that your unvaccinated child can indeed continue to go to public school. And we've had these cards for years and we love them. And so we are going to continue using these cards. And so if you're a chapter leader, what that meeting could look like is simply maybe getting together and talking about vaccine exemptions, what the law says in Kansas. We have a page on our website, kshf.org/exemptions. That's kind of a question and answer style and gives a lot of information, links to the statutes and other relevant laws and things like that for exemptions. So you could maybe just talk through that and then hand out these cards to people in your chapter and encourage them to take them to the back to school events that they might be going to coming up. And also maybe just all of you going together or splitting off into a couple small groups to go to different grocery stores and like finding the school supply section and leaving some of these cards in like pencil cases and things like that where parents would find them and learn that Kansas has vaccine exemptions. So if you have questions about maybe what that event or meeting would look like for your chapter, or you want help organizing it, feel free to reach out to me and we can brainstorm together. And if you don't have these cards, definitely reach out to me as well and I can get those to you. So that's the back to school campaign that will be coming up and starting kind of in July, August, and we'll just run until about school starts. That will be out on our social media and in our member email. So just, again, keep your eye out for that and be reposting and sharing with your group. Okay, and then you might be anticipating our annual meeting / birthday bash celebration that we had scheduled for July 20th in Inman. And we have decided to postpone that event for a lot of reasons and factors. The team just decided that it wasn't in the best interest of our members or our team internally to do an event at this time. So we're hoping to do something in the fall and we're working on stuff for that. So hopefully we can share more details about that soon, but there will be no annual meeting on July 20th. So if you have that on your calendars, you can take it off. Then our next upcoming event will be the Kansas State Fair. That is September 6th through 15th. So we have submitted and we plan to have a booth, but we have a big caveat along with that. We have to staff the booth all day long. We always have to have someone at the table. And they're very strict about this, so we need lots of volunteer help to get this done. And the State Fair is just a really unique opportunity to educate people, because we have people coming from all across the state of Kansas to one location, and we get to see a lot more faces and have people coming through that might not know anything about our organization or about vaccines, things like that. And we get to educate them and give them free resources. And so it's just a really unique opportunity. We've seen a lot of success and growth and cool stories come out of it in the past, and we're excited to do it again. But of course, like I said, we need a lot of volunteer help. If we aren't able to get enough volunteers signed up by our deadline, then we will probably pull our booth reservation, because it does cost money to be at the fair. So if we can't make it happen, if we don't have the volunteer support, we just can't do it, unfortunately. So please share that with your group and really encourage them to sign up. We can, if someone feels uncomfortable staffing the booth, we're happy to help talk them through some things or answer their questions, what they're nervous about. But it really isn't as big of a deal as some people think. Like, if you don't have the answers, that's okay. You don't have to have all the answers. Plus, there's going to be tons of flyers in front of you that you can literally just walk people through, that probably has all the information that they might be asking about right there on the flyer. And you can always just send them back to us and tell them to send us an email, and we can answer their questions. And it really doesn't have to be that scary. You just get to be there to hand out materials and talk to people. So we encourage you to be sharing that as much as possible, and we hope to see some of you volunteering at the booth as well. Okay, then I am going to talk about some details that you guys need to know for while I'm on maternity leave. So I will be on maternity leave for about 6 to 8 weeks, starting towards the end of July, so probably until like mid-September. I don't have the exact dates because it will depend on when our baby comes, but I will have an out-of-office reply ready to go, and I will turn that on. So if you were to contact me and I was on maternity leave, you would get that back and you would know that I am gone. So when I am gone, you can contact Pam Vetter. I will put her email in along with this video to send out to you guys, and you can save that. And if you have questions or need help while I'm gone and unable to answer, Pam is your go-to gal. She can help you with any of that. Sorry, my screen is being blocked on my notes. Okay, yes. So there probably will not be any monthly updates of this style while I'm gone. So you can keep an eye on your social media and member email for any other important things that come up, or if there's something that we specifically want you to know about, Pam might send that out to you as well. But you probably won't get a video like this from me. So just be aware of that. Keep your eye out. Really, the things to be aware of while I'm gone are going to be keeping people aware of the back to school campaign and getting some action generated with that, and then getting volunteers for the state fair. Those will probably be the main things. And I will try to get I'll try to get an update out in July. But it is a crazy busy month for us because we are also moving right before our due date. So I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see one from me, because I also don't know that I will have a lot of new details for you. Again, it will be just the back to school campaign kind of starting, and that July event that you'll see, that date that you'll see in your member email if we're able to get it rescheduled. I don't think we'll have a lot new for you in July, so you might not see one in July either. I think that's everything on maternity leave. If you guys have questions for me, as always, just ask. And then if you're a community advocate, this next part is for chapter leaders, so don't feel like you have to keep watching. Chapter leaders, we have a really exciting event opportunity for you. If you saw our June event that we just did last week with Hyatt Life Sciences on plant-based treatments for cancer and other diseases, they would love to continue doing that in other areas of the state. Dr. Zaid, who is, he spoke at the event. He is kind of the founder and developer of these different products and of Hyatt Life Sciences, Genzata Pharmaceuticals. He mentioned specifically that he would love to do one in Wichita and Kansas City. So if that's you, please reach out to me and I will get you connected with the right people so we can get the ball rolling on that. I know Harvey County was interested in doing one, so Harvey and Wichita, you guys might group together to do that. This might be function more as like a community outreach event for those around you, because it has technically already been offered to our members. So people in your chapter might have already seen it or watched our live stream or recording. But this is a really great way to reach out to new people. We live streamed a Reno County chapter meeting. Excuse me. Is actually what that was. And that was the largest Reno County meeting I think there has maybe ever been. And so there was a lot of people there that had never heard of KSHF, that weren't connected with the Reno County chapter at all. So there's just a lot of word of mouth that happens because it's something that people are really interested in. A lot of people have cancer, unfortunately, and so they're looking for that solution. So like one thing the Reno County chapter leader did was she took flyers to like different chiropractors' offices in town, people that might have clients that would be interested, or people that would be like-minded and looking specifically for something natural. But honestly, there was a lot of people there that just like want anything for their cancer. So it's a great way to kind of reach your community, and it's an opportunity to grow your chapter. So, and it really didn't take a lot of pre-planning or prep. The Reno County chapter did it at their local community college, and I think it only ended up costing like $30 or something for a tech fee. It was very inexpensive because KSHF is a nonprofit, so there are definitely venues that you can do it at to see a large audience. I think we had maybe 130 people in Hutchinson. So I will stop talking details. If you're interested, please contact me and we will get you connected with the right people to get the ball rolling, and I can help you with any details and specifics from there. So that's everything I have for you. Thanks for watching, and it might be a while before I see you, so I hope everyone has a great summer.